Good afternoon. Dr. K, Family Chiropractic Care, your Sugarland Chiro. Today we're going to talk about some stretches for low back. The muscle I want to stretch right now is called piriformis. And a good way to do that, there's a couple of ways, but this is the one that I like the best. You can do it while seated. So take your leg, the one you're wanting to stretch, the right side, stretch it across, so you cross your legs, bring the leg up, sit nice and tall. It's important that you bend here at the waist with the back straight. Don't slump forward because you won't get any stretch out of it whatsoever. So sit up nice and tall and then lean forward. You should feel this tighten up in the buttock, right in the middle of the butt cheek. Just hold that. If you push the knee down further, you can also feel a greater stretch. That will increase it. Hold this a minute and a half or so, minute and a half to 2 minutes. Just comfortable, not too strong to where it hurts, but strong enough that it's a little uncomfortable that you can feel that it's stretching. Then when you're done with that, I want you to stretch the hip capsule. So just take that knee. From that stretch, we're going to bring this across to the opposite shoulder. So right knee, left shoulder, all the way across. Hold that again for a minute and a half or so. You'll feel a nice, good stretch right through the hip capsule over here. Then we're going to switch, do the same thing on the opposite side. If you're having trouble crossing the knee or getting the leg up so high, lower that other leg. Just let it go all the way down like that, drop it out of the way, and it'll make it easier to get that ankle across the knee. Then you can back it back up and get it to where you need to get enough stretch. So go ahead and lean forward into that as best you can. Minute and a half or so, then take that across to the opposite shoulder, same thing. We're going to repeat that. So go back to the original leg. Same thing, just sit up nice and tall, stretch into it. Hold that a minute and a half or so. Bend it across for the hip capsule to the opposite shoulder. Same thing, go back. Finish up the piriformis with the other leg. When you're done after a minute and a half or so, then stretch across to the opposite shoulder. Those two stretches will totally help the low back pain that you're having. It may not feel wonderful during the stretch. However, once you get those looser, do them a couple of times a day, predominantly after you've walked or exercised a little bit so that you have a little blood flow in there. Don't do it right out of bed, in other words. Don't do it with cold muscles. Get the muscles warmed up, then stretch it out. Minute and a half, 2 minutes each stretch like that. Do that once or twice a day. It will help your low back pain. Piriformis stretch and the hip capsule. Thank you, Dr. K, Family Chiropractic Care, your Sugarland Chiro.